And we're live.
We are live. Good afternoon. This is episode 38 of the Contextual Podcast. We have Stevo. He's back. He's not with a block
Stevo chilling.
Stevo chilling. So say hello, baby.
Hello, talk to me. Stevo chilling here.
As you can see, I have a new studio, Stevo.
All right, just fucking cut me off.
All right, sorry. No one's interested in you. You know what I mean? Sorry, what did you say?
Just Stevo chilling. All right, we've got a new studio here. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, actually, I've moved studios now. I've got my own studio putting together. I'm taking advantage of some of the stuff I had within a band. So let me introduce you to this, which will only come into effect if I get an XLR mixing desk. But there's the old mic there, SM58, with the boom shield and the boom arm. That'll be coming in when I do a podcast on my own. But as for today, we're going in the new studio, and I need a comfy chair. So good to see you back, Stevo, baby.
Good to hear you, Christian.
Cheers,
good
baby.
stuff.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. It's great to hear your voice and stuff. So what have you been up to?
Nothing.
Well, all right. Anyway, thanks everyone.
No, what have I been doing recently? Still smashing the WCW. I've actually done that now.
All of it?
Done that, caught up today with it. Started ECW, but not really a big fan of it, you know what I mean? The earlier stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. It's a bit more, I don't know, it's hard to explain, a bit more cheap, like, really tacky compared to the other stuff.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's all done on a budget, wasn't it, by Paul Heyman, so that's why it's just carnage, isn't it? Complete carnage, ECW. It's all like indie stuff and that, so...
Exactly, that's what it is. And even the audience, it's like fucking always at a hall, innit, or something. Like, there's nothing big arenas like what I've been watching.
No.
It's always like a little shitty Albert Hall. But no, I enjoyed the WCW one. That was good stuff.
Well, have you watched every single one of the pay-per-views?
No, it wasn't that. It's just like the best matches and all that. Like the greatest matches and all the stories behind it, like the Wolf Pack. Just the former NWO and that.
Did you watch them? Sorry, go on.
No, yeah, I did watch them, what you were going to say. The stuff you recommended last time.
Yeah, the Finger of Doom thing and all that stupid thing.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't see the one with that Jeff Jarrett. I had to go online for that. But I've seen it online, but I did see the Kevin Nash one you were on about.
Oh, it's terrible. Sorry, that's the Finger of Doom. The Jeff Jarrett ones where he puts his foot on him, and then that's what I say. Hogan never wrestled again for them. He just sued him afterwards.
Well, you could see the difference when it was coming towards the end. On the DVD, like it was showing the later stuff, but you could see how it was fucking going downhill a lot.
Yeah, well,
because I think the guy from Scream won the fucking championship belt.
Mm.
And that's just fucking bonkers, isn't it?
Like, David Arquette.
Yeah.
He won the... Have you not seen it? Have you seen the film Ready to Rumble with Goldberg and stuff? I think it's Ready to Rumble. Let me check. That's the reason they give him the championship, because WCW did a film with that Goldberg was in it, and David Arquette ended up becoming the champion. Hold on, let me have a look. I'm sure it's
a bit daft, that though, isn't it? Like, you could tell it was starting to deteriorate then.
Yeah, Ready to Rumble it is. And it was around 2000, and that's why David Arquette ended up... I mean, he likes the wrestling, but that's why he ended up sticking around, because he's put the belt on him, which is absolute nonsense. And then you had stuff like Hogan and Dennis Rodman v people, and then like you had Chuck Norris in the ring and all this in different segments.
Well, that's what the other thing, it was like 1 minute they were all... Hogan and Nash were against each other, and then they were on the same thing again. Like, it just got a bit daft towards the end. You can see why it fucking finished the way it did.
Well, a lot of it was to do with they were peeing everyone off. People like Hogan had like creative license over his character, so he wouldn't lose the belt or lose to certain people. And then a lot of the wrestlers were just going missing because they were getting sent home or they weren't turning up. But because of the contracts, they still got paid, and that's like that led into when WWE or WWF bought them, a lot of them were missing on the invasion stuff like Goldberg, Nash, Hogan, Hall, because they were just sat at home earning big money for doing nothing. And Flair, Flair come in, I think
it's mainly Booker T and Scott Steiner, wasn't it? DDP, to be fair. I know he had a little spell, but he didn't really do much in the WWE, did he?
He did a thing with The Undertaker where he come in and he was like stalking his missus, because Undertaker just had the Sarah thing tattoo there, which he got taken off of his ex-wife, and he brought her into it. Remember it?
Forgot about that,
yeah. DDP did the old reveal in the ring, saying who he was, because no one knew. It was pretty crap, to be honest. But yeah, we might as well. I was going to talk about WWE anyway. the old John Cena challenging The Undertaker.
I've heard rumours about it. You see, I don't follow it anymore, unlike you, stays up on a Monday night still, and a Thursday night, whatever it is for SmackDown. And then you'll tell me, yeah, I don't follow it. But yeah, Undertaker and Cena, baby.
Well, no.
You fucking know what's going on. Don't even chat
I always
shite.
know what's going on because I read the website every day, Raja.com it is. It's all the news and stuff. But yeah, he's challenged him, which is a match everyone's seen before. So he must be obviously going to fight him. And then because Cena's classed as a free agent, apparently, which he's not on Raw or SmackDown.
Is Cena the main face of it anymore or not?
No, he's here. They're still trying to push thingy out. They brought Lesnar's the champ, but they're still trying to push Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns v Lesnar again. And it's just like...
So what's Cena now in the whole business? Does he come and go?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of film stuff. He's got a new show on Nickelodeon and he's been doing films as well. So he's not been doing anything sort of thing. So he does a bit like WrestleMania. He's going to do a bit. He did the Royal Rumble. And then he sort of leaves while he's doing. It's a bit like The Rock, what they did, where he's not as obviously successful as The Rock, but that's what he's doing at the moment.
Right.
So, yeah, a bit weird. But then there's a whole thing here at the moment, steroid scandal with Roman Reigns, where they're saying, like, this guy is going to whistleblow them all and said, like, he's been supplying steroids for all these wrestlers for years. And then it's all come out like he's apparently Roman Reigns has been getting under aliases, but he's had to supply to, like, Austin and people like that, steroids. But I think
without a doubt, I'm not even surprised one bit when it comes out.
Look, you don't
by the whole body, can you?
Exactly. You don't get to 50 years old and still have that much mass and muscle on you by just taking your vitamins and saying your prayers. You know what I mean? That bullshit sailed with Hulk Hogan years ago. It just doesn't even come into it. So yeah, so there's all that big thing at the moment with this guy, and he's named a load of the WWE wrestlers, but a lot of them get away with it saying they're prescribed by the doctors. That's how they get away with taking gear, taking steroids and stuff. So it's a bit weird,
so really. That's a big. So what was I going to say? I thought Undertaker was gone now altogether, though. I thought he did it last year or whatever, the year before that.
Well, he was when he said like he was going. He's retiring. He put his hat and gloves in the ring, and then apparently they were saying he's in the best shape he's ever been in, and that's why he wants to do one more match, sort of thing. So I don't know.
It's a load of bollocks. It's always going to be one more match. Did he not lose to Brock Lesnar and that Reigns guy now?
He lost to Lesnar, which was the end of the streak, as they say. Yeah. And then he fought Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns beat him, but everyone went mad about Roman Reigns. That was last year. He's lost 2 now. So he's like... Right,
that's just fucking... It's pointless, isn't it, now? He means nothing, to be fair.
Well, he
Don't get me on. He's a good icon, but the whole WrestleMania thing was decent with him coming back, seeing if he could defend it. But now it's gone. It's just pointless, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah, because... Well, the thing is, they were saying that he wasn't bothered about the streak, and they never realised that he'd had the streak when he won the first maybe 5 or 6 WrestleManias. It was just something that happened by the creative, and then over the years, it's coming to this big thing where he's like unbeaten at every WrestleMania, which they built it up every year. But then he said towards the end, he wants to lose. He said because it's becoming like a bit of a noose around his neck, having to perform at every WrestleMania. So that's why he wanted to lose. So if he didn't fancy doing a WrestleMania, which even since he's lost, he's done them every year. But if he didn't fancy losing him, didn't fancy doing it, then there's no pressure of him actually having to turn up because he's not going to go on forever. He's about 52, 53 years old. He's not going to be able to keep putting his body through all that.
This is what amazes me though, all these though. But when you look, I was watching that the other week, Ric Flair, fucking hell. Out of everyone, when he goes, dies or something, he's got to go down as one of the greatest. Even at his age 50 odd, he was still performing at the top week in and week out. But where you see that Undertaker, Austin now, they're all gone, aren't they?
Yeah.
Where Flair was in his prime, exactly.
Yeah, he carried on. I think he was like that, though. Wasn't he, Shawn Michaels up to...
So that's another one, yeah.
47. And then, I think he's still wrestling. He's 47. Chris Jericho.
I fucking hate him.
I know you hate him. I know you do. He's still doing it. And that's all because of DDP yoga, baby.
Yeah. But no, when you look at it, Flair is the most successful one for his age and the way he's gone about it.
Yeah, he is. Flair. Well, Flair, but I think Flair's about 66, 67. He was still wrestling up to about 5 or 6 years ago, WCW, we take them. TNA, sorry, with Jay Lethal, the old classic.
Yeah, he was still fighting them, wasn't
he? He must have been late 50s there, at least. He must have been. Without a doubt, he must have been late 50s. But yeah, no, it's good. But so I've decided, I said this last week, Stevo, we'll put the old full stop on the wrestling bit. But we're going to do a little bit of a games news section.
Yeah.
I'm not doing loads of crap because I'm not doing anything that has no interest to me. And that's not being dingy, but the stuff people can find themselves. I just thought I'd throw a few bits of note tidbits. One of them is with my favourite game, the old PUBG. And,
shock. We've not heard that for a bit.
No, even on the one I did last night, the podcast I was going on about it.
Obsessed with that game, aren't you? I can't touch it now, you know.
Can't you?
Oh, no, I'm not really interested in as much. I might go on. I say I only have 2 games a week, even if that.
Mad. Murdoch's still playing it.
Yeah, they'll go, but a lot of them have lost interest in it now. You know what I mean? I think once you've won it, that's it. There's not really much to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends what you're into, doesn't it? You know me, I love my Battlefield games, so it's like an extension of Battlefield, but it's harder. So I like it. I do. It just sticks with me well, but they've done like an article on that Digital Foundry, which is part of Eurogamer, where they've tested the performance and they've just slated it, saying it's crap and it's not running right. And don't get me wrong, there is stuff wrong with it. Like
I have noticed the improvements, though. It does look a lot better now.
Yeah, it does. It
looks really good. Like, you probably might not have noticed it because you're on all the time, but like I won't play it for weeks and that.
Yeah.
From like a few weeks ago to now, it looks fucking really good.
Yeah, it does. It looks.
But it's just little updates, isn't it? Even the water and the trees, everything, it's just starting to look a lot more sharper.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's dying out for 60 frames per second. That 30 frames is killing it, especially on the.
Yeah.
What I struggle with is the close quarter ones because. Close quarter battles. Like on other first-person shooters, I'm good at firing from the hip, but I can't fire nothing on PUBG. It's just a lottery all the time. So
yeah,
it's one of them. They've slated it, but I mean, I got it for 20 quid, and I saw it this week. It's a tenner on CD.
That's CD keys, yeah.
That's what I mean. So you've seen it, yeah, exactly. So what the hell for £10? It's a no-brainer, to be honest. Absolute no-brainer. And then. They said it last night on Bibby's podcast I was on, but they've released it in Canada on your mobile, but I've got it on my phone. I downloaded it from the Chinese iTunes thing and had to set an account up. It runs well. It's just the same game and everything. It's just you've got to use your fingers. I don't know if you can use a pad, but it's pretty pointless on your phone. It's only like it's a pick up and play. I hate using my fingers and stuff for
like GTA and all that. When you put it on the phone, it's shite.
Yeah,
it's just not the same.
Because
half the time you're fucking covering the screen with your thumbs.
Yeah, because you're doing that, aren't you? You're like sliding all the time. It just doesn't sit well with me at all. So I don't think I'll play it.
It's definitely crying out for a new map. And they've been talks of it now for ages. That sand one, aren't they? Like that Mexican.
Yeah,
whatever.
They announced that, didn't they? That it's going to come out in spring, early spring. Well, it's early spring now, so we might get it in the next week or so. On PC, they're releasing a 4x4 map, which is like half the size of the normal one. 4 kilometers by 4, because I think it's 8x8 at the moment. And then they're releasing another 8x8 map. But a lot of the PC players slate the sand map because you can't hide anywhere. Everyone ends up going in the buildings because people just sniping from distance, because you can't really hide on anything. So I've never played it. So
I played it on the PC, but it's decent. I enjoyed it. Yeah. It's got new vehicles and all that.
Yeah, it's got.
I think it's got a few
on it.
Yeah, a few more guns as well, like a sawed-off shotgun instead of a pistol. You can have what's better as well. Yeah, it is decent. I enjoy it. Like, it just breaks it up a bit as well instead of playing the same old map.
No, it's right, isn't it? And then the next one, I don't know if you've probably not played it. I've got an invite I could send you, whichever you're going to play. But Fortnite,
fucking new, rolling off the tongue. You know what? I downloaded it on the PS4.
Shit,
I've not touched it. I touched it when it first come out, but I'll give it another go. Keep going on about it.
It's good on who's playing it all the time, Stevo? Javier. Javier. My brother Javier, friend who's listening, he's absolutely all over it. He slated it for the minute it come out. He used to go, it's shit that. It's just a cartoon game and all this. And he proper went on it for ages and ages. And then now we can't get off it. He's on it every single night. Every night he's on it. Is
that because it's free?
Probably knowing him the tight ass, but yeah. We'll see if he's listening, because he'll know if I'll get a text if he's actually watched this episode. He keeps saying he's watched all of them, but I fucking doubt he has. And then the next one, go on.
Sorry, one game I played, I finally got around to it and finished it. Have a guess.
You played Finger on your Wolfenstein.
Oh no, I've done that. And I played Lord of the
Shadow
Rings.
of Colossus.
No, Mario. Finally got around. Oh, I fucking really enjoyed it.
I know.
Good stuff, you know. It's a good pickup as well.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll throw in some personal training sessions. You can just give me your Switch.
Fuck off.
Although
big news as well. Announced the Smash Brothers. Got to get on it. Yeah, they've announced that. They've announced a few more games, to be fair. Yoshi bollocks like that, Kirby like anyone cares. But now they're bringing, like, you know, third-party games like South Park and all that to it.
Yeah, they need to as well. I think
Crash Bandicoot, yeah, it is taking off really well.
Stevo, it took off really well, mate, and that's genuinely shocked me because I thought, like, the Wii U sat there, and I don't even fucking use it. Other than when I got Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart when that first come out, I've not touched it. And now I'm at the stage where I'm thinking, I fancy a Switch, but with stuff going on, with us going away and that, like later in the year, I'm thinking I've got to save up, and I really fancy getting one now, saving up and getting a Switch. But I'm waiting to see because they reckon in June they're going to announce the PS5, don't they? At E3.
Right, I didn't even know. I know it's come up for 5 years since these have been out now.
Exactly, it'll be November, won't it? But I don't think it's necessarily going to be out this year because they've done the Pro. But it might be next year, but they reckon they're going to announce it. So we'll have to see. I'm going to see how it goes with that. Wait till June, I think, and see what deals.
I can't see it getting announced soon. I'd say 2020. The next consoles will come out.
It might do. I mean, Xbox, they've got a couple of years out of the One X, haven't they, now? Yeah,
there's still a lot of games coming out. I think Red Dead's coming out this year. Usually when them games come out, they'll wait to the next console. Yeah, exactly. If it is out next year. So, I don't know. I think we've still got a few more years of this lot.
No, but Red Dead's going to be fucking awesome. Absolute awesome game. So looking forward to that. And then another game that me and you played, and you've played it more than me, to be fair, but they've changed all the progression stuff now, finally, on Battlefront. So I need to get back on it because it's an absolute one of the best looking games on the Xbox One X by a
So what's the crack with that now?
Well, they've changed all like, you know, like they had that big loot thing, didn't they, where it was like
the loot. Yeah,
the loot gate thing and all this. I'm just reading the thing here because he's like on Eurogamer, and it's they've changed the crates. The crates now, which was a big problem, will only contain cosmetic items. You unlock and upgrade star cards using skill points earned by 11 and up classes, which is how it should be anyway. I'd be able to spend money in Battlefront 2 directly on appearance. No, that's not going to happen. That's absolute bobbins. But it's basically the proper progression now. So when you're playing, you're getting proper XP and everything, which is really good.
Right.
The actual
the first one.
Yeah, look, I've got to do it. I said it to you, didn't I? Like, I've totally neglected it. It's sat there on my shelf, and it's such a good-looking game when you play it. It's really good, the effects and everything. So
yeah, I did hammer it for a bit, but I just think the online lacked as well. There wasn't much to it.
It's quite empty, wasn't it? It was just like the same battles over and over. There's no real end game to it, is there?
Yeah, compared to, Battlefield 1, that was really good online, but this just lacks, like you said, of something.
Me and you need to get back playing online. We haven't played online together for ages, have we? We were playing PUBG when it come out for ages. Maybe even get some FIFA going or something. Not played anything.
Yeah, can do. Maybe a bit of PES. Well, I know we're not going to go into this topic, but I've got some bad news.
Go on.
I found out the other day, I fucking realised we're not going to get a FIFA World Cup game this year or anything, are we?
Why?
Because I'm sure PES has the rights to it, like they did with the Euros.
Oh, yeah, they did, because they had the Gareth Bale.
I've fucking seen them, because at the moment they're doing a lot of advertisement for like international teams, Brazil, Germany, and that's just fuck, here we go.
Oh, God.
I was talking about it the other week, like, I can't wait for the World Cup game over the summer. But doesn't look like it.
You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen with Pro Evo? They're going to release the World Cup mode with half the teams missing, aren't they? And they're going to have like the generic international teams. They're not even going to be on it, are they? Oh no, I don't even want to think about it.
Very upset about that.
I can talk about. I talked about Pro Evo last night on Bibby's podcast, but you're fucking right there, Stevo. Actually, I don't even want to bear thinking about. I keep thinking I'm going to put PES on because it's there. I can see it, and I haven't got the heart to put it on. I really haven't.
Oh yeah, that was just playing at the back of my mind. I thought, reignite the fuel with you in it.
Well, the fuel that will start getting banned again and blackballed like we did last time we started challenging Konami. Yeah, no, I can't be doing with the drama. But forget the gaming, Steve. Was there any other gaming stuff you want to chat about?
Any other gaming stuff? Oh yeah, that game's out this week. A Way Out. Looking forward to that.
Oh, is it?
You thought I was going to say Sea of Thieves. Let me get onto that though. No, that Way Out looks really impressive. I might have to, get onto that. I know you're not, are you?
It's a co-op one, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think you can do it over line on like like that still. But it's a split screen, so I don't know why they're doing that.
Is it just on the PS4 or is it on both?
No, both. But what I'm saying, like, if me and you got it, we played online together. There's a split screen still. I don't like the idea of that.
That's
so I can see what you're doing. Yeah, it's a bit shitty as well. But I'll give it a go. I think it's only like £22, so I might give it a go.
Okay. I didn't know that, Stevo. I genuinely didn't. I didn't know it was that sort of setup on it. Oh, that might be quite interesting. Well, that's old school, that, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, of course, the old Sea of Thieves.
I'm putting my head in my hands here at this point because it's just... I don't know. I've heard a few people say it's pretty good, and you've even said it's good. I don't know if you're winding me up or not, but...
I played the thingy, what's it called? The beta. I wasn't impressed. Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I got it as early as I could get it, like the alpha stages, because of that company who I test games for. They sent me a code of it, and I played it, and I was like, I don't like the first person view. It's really weird, really weird. But yeah, I don't know. But if you've got the Game Pass, if anyone's listening and what fancies it, get the Game Pass for $7.99 because you can have it for a month and then just bin it off, and you get a load of other games as well. So that's.
But then I've told they're only putting it up for a month, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Apparently, yeah.
I thought it was for the life of it. I thought that every
time. No, that's what I've seen different stories online.
No, it's definitely now. Every Xbox developed game, by Microsoft Studios, is actually going to be on the Game Pass in day one. So it'll always be on there. That's 100%. Now, whether it be Gears or Halo or, do you know what I mean? So what you really want with Xbox is a total subscription thing to every single game. So if you paid like £20 a month, every single game comes out on it. That'd be ace. That I'd pay that as well. I would, because I think in the long run it'd be perfect for like what it is. If that makes sense. So, but anyway, Stevo, let's talk about one of my main subjects today. Something close to our heart. What the hell is going on with United? Are you there? Are you there? Has Stevo gone? Stevo. Well, Stevo has decided to disappear. And not only does he flake the podcast, he's now actually flaking mid-podcast. So, what I was talking about, are you there? Is United. And there's been a couple of things over the last week which have been terrible. We played Sevilla and it went to pot, absolute awful. Got exactly what we deserved. Played a total negative defensive formation. What was he played? Sideshow Bob. You there? Hello? Stevo?
Hello?
Hello? Where the hell have you been?
No, I don't know. Someone rang me. It cuts off. I don't know why it does that. Sorry about that.
All right. It's all right. I just talking about United.
You going on? I didn't realise I wasn't there.
Yeah. I knew you weren't there. It went off. I could tell straight away. I was talking about United. I was going to talk about Sevilla first. How poor that was last week.
Awful, wasn't it? Disgrace.
Why the hell did he play Fellaini?
No, you know what? I don't blame Fellaini. Everyone's always the first to get on his back, but it's just the whole team. Like Luke Shaw and that, it's just Mourinho's a bit of a bellend at the moment.
Luke Shaw, I don't think he's got anyone else to blame but himself, if I'm being honest. I just don't think he's... I want him at left back. He deserves to be at left back, but he just doesn't seem to give a shit. And when he comes on, I mean, he come on in that grey kit, and obviously they look miles better than what me and you look like and stuff because the footballers, but he just looks out of shape. He looks like what Rooney used to do when Rooney had come back and you think, why is he not in shape? You know, and that grey kit did nothing for him. And then...
You're saying that now. I don't think Rooney was that bad, was he?
No, and then he come on the other day and he was playing and he looked terrible. And what the hell is that noise, Stevo?
The fucking doors collapsed on me.
What?
The fucking doors fell on. On Tits' podcast on it. Right.
All right, see ya.
Wrap this up.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Mourinho's a bell, and after that performance against Liverpool, to go then fucking bottle it against Seville.
Didn't even know he's going same team.
It's the fact he's making an excuse. I've took Madrid here, you know what I mean? I took United out of the Champions League, did it with Porto, and I'm in the same seat now. Like, shut up.
I think as well, he hasn't got the players. His formation will work if he had tip-top players, as in like top players, and he hasn't got players. And I always pinpoint Smalling, but he's just a joke. I mean, against Sevilla, who gets the 2 out of 3 chances? We went 2-0 down. We scored 2-1. We had 3 clear-cut chances. Who gets 2 of them? Smalling. On at the back post, he should have buried. There's no way. And that diving header, what the hell he was doing? He just cleared that for a corner. Idiot.
Well, you got a lot of stick, but I think Bailly as well. Don't get me wrong. I know he's good, but his positioning's awful.
I like Bailly, I must admit. I do like
There was
Bailly.
that one where he fucked up and Smalling bailed him out because he ran over to the wing, like that. He's left the man.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Hey, Stevo, tell you what about this? Yeah, baby. He's wearing that again in May when he goes running. The old Manchester 10K's coming out. He's going as Batman. No, I agree with you. I think Bailly's I like Bailly a lot, but I know what you're saying, but I think his pace gets him out of trouble sometimes. But I do, compared to Smalling,
he just seems a bit of a clumsy cunt, doesn't he? Like Bailly in a box, like he just not, he might give a penalty away, stuff like that. It's always a 50-50, I think, with him.
He's good though. He's strong on the ball.
No, don't get me wrong. He's good, and the more we play him, the more he'll improve. Because he's not even that old, is he?
No, he's only young. He's about 24, 25.
He's 17, isn't he?
What that Lazio player from years ago? Do you remember him? Yeah, he's 17.
Joseph.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Yeah. Absolute fast. But what about Brighton?
What about Sanchez?
I know. You were right. You said it. I know. A few
player we didn't need. That's another Mourinho classic. Just buying players we don't need, and it's the only reason we got him, I reckon, is because City wanted him just to get one over.
Yeah, I'm one of these where I think it's not his fault. He tries. It's not like, say, a Di Maria who just couldn't be asked about playing. He was just there to take his pay packet. He actually cares, and he's running around like an idiot. But I just think the formation doesn't suit him. He needs to have a team built around him. And
Lukaku.
You can't drop Lukaku, who's getting all the goals.
Lukaku,
absolute
jeans.
He's class.
Shy.
He's not.
He's fucking shit.
He ain't shit at all. He's been playing well, Lukaku.
No, he's awful.
No, that is an exaggeration. I've seen you play football. But no, he's been playing well, Lukaku. I'm not happy about that, Stevo.
No, that one against Finger the other week. That's the real goal.
What about the one against Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea, that's what I mean. What's one way he did the bicycle kick? Who was that against? Like the shit bicycle
That
kick.
was Sevilla, wasn't it, the other night? That was Sevilla.
Just a shit goal. He's shy.
You just don't like him. You just been there. You just don't like him.
No, for me, in my eyes, what I'd do, I'd play Martial on the left, Rashford up front, Sanchez on the right.
Yeah. I play Sanchez without a doubt. I just think you need to. That's why Mata's looking really good when he comes on, because they're going after Sanchez. Mata's played really well the last few games.
Yeah, I was never his biggest fan, Mata. I always thought he was one of them. He's just a player that doesn't know his natural position.
Yeah.
Give him credit. Like when he does come on or even start, he has been one of our best players.
No, he's been good, mate. Really good. I agree. He has. He's been a cracking player for us the last few games. But then again, the others have been that poor. He's got to shine.
It's not easy.
It's not difficult.
It's easy to show. Yeah, of course.
When it's
what
fucking
about
shit.
Pogba? What do you mean?
I know. I don't know. I dread to. I don't think he's been that bad this year, Pogba. I think he's played well in a lot of good games, but the last few games he had to be dropped because there was a couple there. He just couldn't be arsed with it at all. He was really poor in which the one where he come on against Sevilla and he was terrible. Then he was against Palace he played well when we scraped. First half he was terrible, but second half he was really good and sort of pulled all the strings. But I don't know. I don't know whether his head's been turned already and he's looking a way out. I honestly don't know.
So I've been a critic of him as well. I'm not, his biggest fan, but that's the other one with him. He's not playing in his natural position, like right behind the striker or central attacking mid. He's playing in that fucking defensive role to do both, isn't he?
Yeah. And he can't do both.
You can clearly tell he can't put a fucking challenge in because when he'll run up to someone, he'll just let him go past him.
Yeah, he's not going to do it, Stevo. You're right.
I think Lingard is causing a lot of problems. Not like that, but taking up his spot. It's doing him no favours. But I think if we drop Lingard and put Pogba, might see a difference. But I don't know. I think Mourinho likes Lingard.
I don't know why. Okay, no, I really don't know why. Absolute rubbish. But he's not rubbish. He's not as bad. I hope I'm taking a bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've slated him, and he does the job. And tries. Yeah. I've been his worst critic. So he has had a good season in games, but then the last few games he's gone a bit off again. And the problem with Lingard when he goes off, he's really average. It's just that he's got to be playing at his best to play in that team. I know that sounds thingy, but he's not playing. He's playing above his level, if that makes sense. And especially the way they're going to hype him like mad in the World Cup this year. You know that. They'll be all over the papers.
English, isn't it?
Exactly. He'll have a couple of games like Rashford, and then they'll knock him down again like they always do. And they'll just get absolutely slated. So, no, I don't know what to say. The FA Cup semi-final, now we've got Spurs. And you're like, we got absolutely hammered by him in the league. So I don't know how we're... I was thinking of going.
I think we should take him easy.
If Harry Kane's not playing, we've got a chance. But I was going to go. I was thinking, shall I go? And I'm not too sure now because I just thinking it's a long way to go. If he plays negative like he's done, then it'll just be an absolute joke. And that's when the fans may not turn on him, but they may start real grumbling. Yeah, because it's a semi-final of the FA Cup. It's the only thing we've got to fight for. We're pretty much guaranteed top four, even though I want us to be seconds. We don't have to qualify for Champions League for next season, but I don't know.
Mainly just top three in it, top three finish now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I was going to talk about, off the foot here, I was going to talk about the UFC, but I don't think you've watched it, have you, this weekend?
No, I know it was on in London, like you said before. It was on BT, wasn't it, at 10 o'clock something, but I didn't bother watching it.
No, there's a couple of good fights. Like there's Fabrizio Verdum, who used to be the champ, but he got knocked out in the fourth round. He kept this guy's fight was about 6'10", and he's about 6'3", but he looked tiny, and he kept getting him down, trying to submit him. But then this Volkov just got up and just buried him in the fourth round, just knocked him out after a bit of a flooding. And his English lad Jimmy Manoa, but he got beat on points, but he got knocked out by the guy who fought Cormier a few weeks ago, Ostermeier. So it was like his comeback fight. And then, but his finger, what I wanted to talk about quickly was UFC 223, April the 7th, mate. You've got to watch it. It's an absolute stacked card. It's that Tony Ferguson v Khabib. You know the two,
right. Yeah.
Two ones who were with Conor. Yeah, Khabib's undefeated in 25 fights, and Ferguson's on like a 10 or 11 fight win streak, and they're both the interim champs. So they were saying originally that whoever wins this is the real champ now. They've took the belt off McGregor, but they've not actually stripped McGregor now. McGregor's actually going to fight later on this year. So you reckon that's what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. But then you've got...
I've lost interest in it. It's a lot of just money now, isn't it, UFC? It's lost its way, I think.
There isn't many stars because McGregor's not been there. And then they say about Brock Lesnar coming back. There's where the money fights. They've got Ronda's in the WWE. So she's not good enough now anyway. She got absolutely caned. Like she did anyway. They're
just all calling out McGregor now for like a payday, aren't they? A lot of them.
Yeah.
Even though he's not fought for 2 years in the UFC, is it now? That's fucking daft.
When did he last fight?
Something he's not fought for like two
it will be. I think it's 2 years in November when he last fought. He fought Eddie Alvarez. Yeah, in November 2016. So you're right. He didn't fight at all last year other than against Mayweather. And then this year, it's going to be September. So you're right. It'll be 20-odd months before his next fight, which isn't good.
Oh, there's one where he's actually not defended his belt, that fucking one you're on about.
They've always said that. His 145 title he never defended.
Yeah, it's just, how's he got away with it that long and being a champ still? It's just fucking...
No, I don't know.
It is McGregor's company, isn't it?
It is now. It is now. And Dana just totally loves him, doesn't he? So he just gets what he wants. Sort of.
Have you seen what they've done on UFC 3?
No, what?
They've added Dana White too, but they've made him.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I saw him walking out in his Reebok gear, but I haven't seen his actual body or what he looks like.
Fucking hell, pissing myself. Like, I'm aware he's definitely had a say on that.
Yeah, Dana's class, isn't he?
Probably the best fucking heavyweight on it.
Oh, he's absolutely class. I like Dana White though. He's looking for the fight shows. Brilliant on YouTube. If you get a chance to watch that, I love it. It's really good. They go around like with Matt Serra and doing stupid things. It's only on for half an hour. There's about 7 or 8 shows, episodes. It's supposed to come into Netflix, and then at the end of it, they go to like some town somewhere, and they watch like a small level MMA fight, to sign him to the WWE, to the UFC. And it's a good show. It's a good show. It's on YouTube. It's all on YouTube.
Top banter.
Yeah, it's great.
So but then Joshua and Parker.
I don't know about Joshua. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think
Parker's not good, but I do think he'll give him a run for his money.
After about 2 rounds, that's when Joshua struggles like he did against Klitschko. And he did that with Dillian White, didn't he? Then come back. He gets like a second win, doesn't he? But I don't know. He seems to come out too much and blows his load, doesn't he? Trying to absolutely knock him out. And you can't do that.
Like I said, he's focusing more on the freaking, what is it, Deontay Wilder fight more than this one, isn't it?
Yeah, Wilder's fight was good. Exactly, Wilder's good.
Focusing on that fight, even though he's not fought Parker yet. You know, like his next move. Don't know.
He's unbeaten Parker, you know.
Yeah, but he is shy. Have you watched him?
No, I haven't watched any.
It is like a slugfest when you're watching him. But fair play, if he gets the win, wins the win, isn't it?
He might make it dirty, like a Tyson Fury job and just lean on him or something. You know, is he an Aussie or is he New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Yeah. I knew he's one of them. Yeah, but
just fucking nails him and Mark Hunt.
When is it? It's next weekend, isn't it?
31st.
Yeah. It's not this week. It's next week. That'd be good. That
right.
So I'll have some of that. I'll watch that one. I'll watch that on the old IPTV. But I think Stevo, that could actually be it for this week, baby.
Yeah, that's wrapped it up.
It's a good one, that. Yeah, good one there. I want to do some plugs actually and get them out there. Couple of plugs, not pugs as in dogs, plugs as in a few a bit of promoting. One of them is for one of them's for my other podcast, the Comics in Motion podcast, which we're now on episode 5. And you can get us on Twitter at Comics in Motion P or email us at comicsinmotionpodcast@gmail.com. And this week we are reviewing the amazing film of Nick Fury, Agent of the Shield, David Hasselhoff. Stevo, what are your thoughts?
I've not seen it, but what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I wish I'd not seen it either. But anyway, listen to the podcast. You can get my review on it. It's a good podcast. I've had a good laugh on that. The Comics in Motion stuff's going really well. So dead pleased with that. And then obviously the good old Contextual Podcast, which is what we're on now, is contact us on Twitter at contextualpod1 or Contextual Podcast. And the email is contextualpodcast@gmail.com. And also, I want to say a big thanks to Mr. We Got Bibinio, Mr. Bibby from Pez Universe, who had me on last night on his podcast. It's episode 5 of his. I'll put the links up in the bio for anyone listening on iTunes and stuff. And it's a good podcast. And as usual, Stevo, we did talk about Pro Evo, baby. So no, it's all right. It's good. He's a good lad, Bibby, as well. And he's going to come on. And then tonight, I think I'm doing a live podcast.
Fucking hell, is that your whole week? So cut from
it's all sorted here, you know what I mean? I've got another podcast. Well, I've got another podcast. This is another contextual one, but this is a bonus episode, 39. I'm interviewing Steve, who runs the Las Vegas UK Twitter account, and he comes on and does all the tourist stuff for all UK-based holiday makers and that. So he's got his own website. We'll have a chat about Vegas and that. And obviously, it would be good for you to go on, Steve, actually, because he's with the Vegas stuff. Because you've been a couple of times now, haven't you? So
twice, yeah.
So that's later on tonight. So we'll see how that one goes. So, Stevo, have you got anything to say to people?
Yeah, shout out to Benidorm.
Benidorm Chat podcast as well, yeah. My old man's got a podcast as well. Everyone's on the... I think the Hulk's creating his own... I'm creating my own podcast. Podcast like family.
The Gary Neville, all the fucking taking over Trafford, taking over podcast.
Hi, welcome to the Ford Cougar podcast with your host, Chris Fells. Hi, welcome. The Figure 4 Personal podcast could be coming back the old training one. I'll pull that one out. Do a podcast every single day. I just love podcasting. I love it. Absolutely love it.
No. Right, I'm good to wrap it up. I've enjoyed it.
All right. Can we have a bit of wrestling, Steve? We've not had anything off you for a while.
Let me tell you something, me and Gene.
Right, anyway, this has been episode... Terrible.
Fucking mean Gene.
That is terrible. Right, Steve.
Chilling. Bye.
See you later. This has been episode 38. Bye.